Magandang araw mga ka-aerial defense, may ibabahagi na naman ako sa inyo. Dahil ngayong araw na ito ay may pag-uusapan tayo tungkol sa ating depensa, barko ng China muling nakapasok papalapit sa Manila Bay. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, huwag mo muna kalimutan mag-like, share and subscribe. Paki-follow at like na rin ang aming page na nasa description na ang link, na mataan ng isang barko ng China Coast Guard na naglalayag na malapit sa Manila Bay. Nitong umaga ng Huwebes, ayon kay US Maritime Security Expert at West Philippine Sea Monitor Ray Powell, sa ibinahaging monitoring ni Powell sa tinatahak ng Chinese vessel, patuloy aniyang nagsagawa ng intrusive patrols ang China Coast Guard 3301 sa pamamagitan ng paglalayag sa labas ng Manila Bay. Ayon kay Powell, may layong 95 nautical miles ang Chinese vessel mula sa entry point ng Manila Bay. Kinumpirma naman ng Philippine Coast Guard na nananatili sa West Philippine Sea ang naturang barko ng China simula pa noong ika-22 ng Hulyo, at huling namataan malapit sa El Nido, Palawan. Nakatakdang bumalangkas ang Pilipinas ng mga military interoperability agreement sa Canada, France, New Zealand at iba pang kaparehong mga bansa, sinabi ni Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro nitong Lunes. Ilang linggo matapos lagdaan ng bansa ang Reciprocal Access Agreement o RAA nito sa Japan. Ang RAA ay isang kasunduan na nagsisilbing legal na batayan para sa mga tropang Pilipino at Hapones na mag-operate sa loob ng teritoryo ng bawat isa para sa mga pagsasanay militar.
Well, we are going to work with on an RAA, hopefully with Canada, with France, as my counterpart, Minister Lecornu, and I announced last year, with New Zealand and with other countries that I escape my memory at this time.
So we are talking about at least 3 first world countries here. Any timeline so far? When do we expect the RAAs between the Philippines and these other countries to come out?
Hopefully by next year. It is not easy to negotiate the RAA, and that's why also we want a defense transformation bill to come out, because our staff is limited and they've been working more than others. Can you imagine, with only 267 employees in this department, with negotiating an RAA and finishing it in 6 months, that is a big accomplishment, and I'm very proud of what everybody is doing in this department, despite its handicap. So I hope our legislators listen and capacitate us so we can do more.
Right. Very quickly, Secretary Teodoro, let's talk about the RAAs of these at least 3 countries. What will the RAA between Canada and the Philippines be like?
It will also involve interoperability. They will all look the same. They will allow armed forces of these different countries to operate with the Philippine Armed Forces within the Philippine territorial jurisdictions, and vice versa. So it will increase interoperability between these countries. And an RAA basically is not the culmination, or it is not at, it is close to the apex of a defensive alliance, but not at the top. A mutual defense treaty is, but an RAA is close to that.
Secretary Teodoro, I'm just curious how political movements in certain countries would affect its RAA negotiations with the Philippines, particularly in France. We do know that they recently held polls, and President Emmanuel Macron just lost the majority of his support, at least from the parliamentary. Do we have a guarantee that France is still committed to create an RAA with the Philippines despite leadership or possible leadership changes in its country?
I believe so, because despite the political changes, the interests remain the same. France would like to work in order to uphold the rule of international law. It has presence in the Pacific area, so the Indo-Pacific stability and security is very important to it. So in spite of changes in the political makeup of these countries, whether they be in the Western or the Eastern Hemisphere, European or whatnot, I think the interests remain the same. And we also are looking at closer relationships with the United Kingdom, who has expressed a lot of interest in working closer with us.
Umaasa ang Pilipinas na maselyuhan ang mga bagong RAA sa susunod na taon, sabi ng Defense Secretary. Naniniwala rin si Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. na handang suportahan ng mga kaalyadong bansa ang Pilipinas laban sa tangkang pananakop ng China sa Pilipinas.
Naturally, when push comes to shove, I have no doubt that these allies will come to our aid. However, it is incumbent upon all responsible officials to deconflict and to deter these unthinkable events from happening. However, when push comes to shove, naturally, I do not have a doubt that our allies will come to our assistance.
Target ng mga opisyal ng Pilipinas at Amerika na magsagawa ng madalas na komunikasyon sa gitna ng tensyon sa West Philippine Sea, ayon sa readout mula sa Pentagon, parte ito ng commitment para palakasin ang alyansa ng US at Pilipinas bilang suporta sa malaya at bukas na Indo-Pacific region. Ang naturang plano ay ginawa kasunod ng pag-uusap ni US Defense Chief Lloyd Austin at Department of National Defense Chief Gibo Teodoro sa telepono noong 8 ng Hulyo, kung saan tinalakay ng dalawang opisyal ang kahalagahan ng pagpreserba ng karapatan ng lahat ng bansa para maglayag, magpalipad at mag-operate ng ligtas at responsable sa anumang lugar salig sa international law. Samantala, nagpakita naman ng panibagong puwersa at lakas sa mga magkakaalyadong bansa sa buong mundo. Sa isinagawang RIMPAC 2024, hindi man nakapagpadala ng barko ang Pilipinas, kabilang pa rin dito ang Pilipinas at iba pang Indo-Pacific allies na galit sa ginagawa ng China sa West Philippine Sea, habang ang China naman ay hindi kabilang sa RIMPAC ngayong taon. Ang nasabing malaking pagsasanay na ito ay tanda ng matinding mensahe ng Estados Unidos at mga allies laban sa aggressive action ng China sa kalapit nitong mga bansa. Para sa mas madaming update tungkol sa ating depensa, paki-follow at like muna ng aming page na nasa description na ang link. Huwag mo na rin kalimutan mag-like, share and subscribe. Pindutin mo na rin ang bell para updated kayo sa aking mga bagong video. Maraming salamat po.